Welcome guys to the fourth tutorial of PLC automation with Selec Flexys Rail PLC. In this tutorial, we will create ladder programs for AND gate and OR gate. For this, first create a new project in Selec software. Go to File and click on New. Select Flexys Rail series. Select the folder location. Give a name to the project and select the Flexys Rail PLC. Click on Next. Go to Card Selection. Select 10 DI card, 6 AIV card, 8 TO card, and 8 TO card. I will first create a ladder program for AND gate, and this is the truth table of AND gate. According to this table, we will get a high output only when the both inputs are high. So for this we need two inputs and one output of the PLC. So I0 is the first input and I1 is the second input. O0 is the output. First place the horizontal line and then two NO in series, and at last place a coil for output. To assign the addresses to contacts and coils, double click on them and select a variable. I will select this first one, and you can also change the name of the contact. Click on edit variable and give a name. I have changed the name for contacts and coils to input 1, input 2 and output 1. Let's first discuss the logic behind this AND gate. This side is 24 volt supply. Now we have four conditions to test the logic. The first condition is that when both the inputs are 0. In this case the output is also 0. So when we are not providing any input to I0 and I1, the output is off. Now test for the condition 2. I0 is 0 and I1 is 1. The output status is 0. So when you provide the input to I1, the output will be off because the supply will not pass through the I0 because I0 is 0 according to the condition. Test for the third condition where I0 is 1 and I1 is 0. The status of output is 0. So when we will provide the input to I0, the supply will go through this path. Because the I1 is 0, this supply will be blocked here and it will not get a path to the coil. So the output is off. Now test for the last fourth condition where both the inputs are high. So when we will provide the input to I0 and I1 at the same time, the supply will get a path from this side to this side and it will activate the output. Let's observe the output in Selec software. Click on this red icon to run the offline simulation. It will first compile the program and then it will put the logic into offline simulation. Now the offline simulation is running. Click on this tool to open the IO wizard. So this is the initial condition of the logic where I0 and I1 both are 0, so output is also 0. Double click on this input to activate it. Now this is the second condition where I0 is 0 and I1 is 1. The output is 0. For third condition, I0 is 1 and I1 is 0. Double click on I0. Now this is third condition. I0 is 1 and I1 is 0. The output is 0. Now for fourth condition, apply input through both I0 and I1. So I0 is 1, I1 is also 1. Now the output is on. So this logic is true for AND gate. We have to connect two inputs in series to create a simple AND gate. Now this is the truth table for OR gate. Again we have two inputs I0 and I1 and one output O0. For OR gate we have to arrange the inputs in parallel. Place first NO contact and in parallel place the other NO contact. To make a parallel connection you have to use this vertical line tool. Now these two contacts are connected in parallel. You can see first two inputs are reserved for AND gate. I will use the next input and I will use the second output from this list, which is out1. Let's first discuss the behavior of OR gate in ladder logic programming. So this is the ladder which we create for OR gate, and this is the first condition. In condition 1, I0 is 0 and I1 is also 0, so the output is 0. So when there is no input on I0 and I1, this supply will not get a path towards the coil, so that's why the output will be off. Now for second condition, I1 is 1 and I0 is 0, the output is 1. So when we are not providing the input through I0 and we are providing the input from I1, the supply will get a path from this parallel contact and it will reach to the coil, and that's why the status of the coil is 1. Check for the third condition, where I0 will be 1 and I1 will be 0, the status of output is 1. So according to this condition, we will provide the input through I0 only, and the supply will get this straight path towards the coil, and that's why the output is high. Now for the last condition, where the I0 and I1 both are 1, the output is also 1. So in this condition, the I0 is also active and I1 is also active. So the coil will get the supply from two paths, from this side and from this side. That's why the status of the coil is 1. Let's observe the simulation output. Click on offline simulation mode and it will again compile the program. Now the offline simulation is running. So for OR gate, the first condition is that when both the inputs are 0, the output is also 0. So it is true. So let's first try with this input. Double click on it and you will get a high on the coil. Release it by double clicking on it. Output is 0. Provide the next input for this contact. Double click on it and the output is again high. Now if the both inputs are high, the output is still high. So this is according to the OR gate table. So guys, in this tutorial I just show you two logic gates, and OR gate. You can try with the other logic gates, and there are many interesting applications for PLC automation in the ladder logic programming. So stay in contact. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe the channel.